Duke at Louisville. So we saw Riley Leonard. Look, Riley Leonard for some reason is always on TV whenever me and my wife watch college football together. I don't know why. Like, even if it was just for a few minutes this past weekend, but she's like, "Oh my gosh, that's Leonard." I said, "Yeah, he's back." He came back early from that ankle injury that he had, and so we were watching him in the Florida State game, and then we were watching whenever he hurt his ankle against Notre Dame. We were watching it laying in the bed, and we both felt terrible for him. I mean, we were just like, "Man, dadgummit," we were enjoying watching him. And so then we're watching them together again, and lo and behold, he gets the face mask, pulled, and his foot kind of gets planted in the ground, and man, he twists that dang thing again. And so I guess me and my wife watching Riley Leonard is like the kiss of death for him. And I'm gonna do my best to just shield my eyes. Maybe I can like watch through my fingers or something, or look over somebody's shoulder at their phone or something at this one. But um, I think this is trouble for Louisville, my friend.
Hmm.
Um, I think this is trouble, and I'm gonna tell you why. We're gonna look at the numbers, and I don't know all the numbers by heart for Louisville, but this is my feel on this game. I think Duke is just a damn good football team, man.
Yeah.
I know they just got beat by Florida State by what 18 or whatever, but man, Duke's Duke had that game. I'm telling you right now, they let that one slip away, and I don't think this is a team that had such high expectations that they let one slip away or a couple games slip away this year, and they're just going to phone it in. This is still a really great season for Duke. They're still in this thing for the ACC. They got everything to play for here. And if you're going to give me 4 points, Duke, then I'm going to take them. And I think Duke is able to continue to establish the run game. They ran for over 200 yards last week. I think they'll do that again. And I think if they can hit the 250-yard mark, I think that'll be the kiss of death for this Louisville birds with teeth. Um, I think Louisville is slightly fraudulent, and part of the reason everybody liked Louisville so much this year in the preseason, their number one thing that they went to, it wasn't anything about Louisville, it was about their schedule. Well, they avoid this opponent, they avoid this opponent. Well, I don't think anybody was counting on Duke being as good as what they are, and I think that I still don't think people understand. I really don't. I don't think people. I don't think the general public understands that Duke has a good football team. Like, and I'm not saying Louisville's bad by any means. Jack Plummer's done his thing. Uh, that Louisville had a big win, obviously earlier this year, but then they go on the road and they lose to Pitt. So this team has shown some serious deficiencies in what I think is kind of a paper tiger in Louisville. Um, so give me Duke and give me those points and give me your take on this.
Well, um, I kind of want to go the other way with this. Personally, I think that
How dare
Louisville's in
you?
a I think that Louisville's in a really good position, and they're benefiting a lot from Duke coming off of the loss, um, uh, or coming off of the loss from, Florida State. Two back-to-back road games for Duke, in hostile environments. It's a really tough schedule for Duke, realistically. This has not been easy. I feel like Duke's been in the spotlight every other game this week, and we don't know what to expect um, from Riley Leonard. Um, if he's playing, I'm sure he's not rushing the football, which is what he does best. He's a very athletic quarterback. Um, I don't know. I don't know what their offense is going to do. I know that Louisville is built to stop the run. They're only allowing just over 3 yards per attempt, which is good for 18th in the country. They're kind of middle of the pack in their passing defense, but Duke doesn't do a very good job of passing the football. And the same can be said for Louisville going against Duke. Louisville is kind a pass first team. They're pretty balanced, really, but they definitely are better at passing the football. And Duke does a really good job of shutting down the pass, only allowing less than 180 yards per game in the passing attack. So you definitely have good on good on both sides of the ball in both aspects. So from that sense, it should be a pretty even matchup. And then you factor in the fact that this is a Louisville home game and the emotional loss that Duke just took last week. How do they rebound? This is a very scrappy team. I think that Mike Elko has built an outstanding culture in Duke for Duke's by Duke standards, especially. He's a hell of a coach. I think he's done one of the best jobs in the country. And if he's able to win this game, I think it only adds to it. But I think it's a really tough spot for Duke. So give me Louisville to win this game. I think that they probably win by 3. So I could see Duke covering, but I think that Louisville wins the game, and also give me the under 46.5. I want to know how many times the unders hit in a Duke game, because I'm sure it's above 50% this season, and I think it'll be the same this week. So I honestly like the under more than I do picking Duke in the points, but give me Duke to cover, Louisville to win this game, and that's my pick for this game.
Duke to cover, Louisville to win. I just worry about Jack Plummer in this one. I think he's I don't know. I like that Duke secondary. We're
Yeah.
gonna see. That's one I'm gonna really keep my eye on. I'm interested to see what the line does this week. 4 is a weird number, right? I
Yeah.
mean, it's kind of an odd number.